Hey guys, today I'm here with the RedRock 4x4 HD pre-runner stubby front bumper fitting all 2018 JL Wranglers. So this is going to be for the JL owner looking for an aggressive and compact stubby front bumper without breaking the bank. So unlike your stock full width or standard width front bumper or even the mid width front bumpers, this is not going to give you all that tire protection. However, this is just going to open up the opportunity for better approach angles off-road, as well as some more clearance for larger wheels and tires if that's what you're looking to do in the future. So this is also going to add a ton of utility as well as functionality to your Wrangler with a couple of different benefits. So first off, you have this bull bar up here for some extra grille protection. You have a winch plate and two D-ring mounts for recovery, and you also have some light mounting tabs and a cutout for some additional lighting. So I also really like the fact that this is modular, so you can take this bull bar off if you don't necessarily need it, or you can take this fairlead off if you're not going to bolt up a winch right away. So it does give you a couple of options and lets you set it up and customize your front bumper. So at the moment, this is going to be roughly $430 on the page right now, and it's going to be pretty affordable for a stubby front bumper. So obviously those less expensive options just won't come with all of the features that this one will. It may not come with the bull bar here for the grille protection, may not come with a winch plate or even the cutouts for additional lighting, making those more simplistic options. So on the other hand, those more expensive options will just come with more of those features. So they may come with a drop-in winch plate for a little bit of extra protection. They may be a little lighter weight to prevent any sag on the front end, and they may come with some additional lighting instead of just the cutouts. So it really will come down to personal preference in design as well as what you're looking to get out of your front bumper. So if you're looking for an aggressive look, a modular setup for some options, as well as a ton of functionality, then this is going to be the bumper for you. And not to mention, it does come with a 3-year limited warranty to keep a little bit of peace of mind. So this is going to be a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. Nothing you can't get done in your driveway in about an hour or two with a couple of basic hand tools. So speaking of the install, let's jump into that now. So the first step in removing our bumper is to remove the pop clips that are holding the upper splash guard in place. I'm just using a flathead screwdriver to do that. You can also use a trim removal tool. So you're going to have 2 on top that go into the frame rail. Also going to have 6 on the back here that it's going to be holding it to the bumper. After all of those are out, we can remove our splash guard. So moving on to the bottom splash guard, we're first going to remove the 2 bolts that are holding it on either side with an 8mm deep socket. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So now we have to remove the pop clips that are holding in the front of our bottom splash guard. I'm going to be using either a trim removal tool or a flathead screwdriver, whichever is easiest. I know that they do differ along the way because of the spacing. So this one's easy to access with a trim removal tool. So now we're going to remove the back panel on either side of the bumper. You're going to use a flathead screwdriver to get the pop clips out that are holding it in. Now you can use an 18mm deep socket and a ratchet or an impact wrench if you can squeeze it in here to remove the nuts that are holding on our bumper studs. There's going to be 8 in total, 4 on each frame horn. So we are on the outer driver's side right now. We're just going to loosen those. So after all the bolts are out, the last thing that we need to do is unplug the main harness for our 2 fog lights. So we are just going to unclip that. So now we can remove our bumper. So compared to our stock front bumper, you can tell with our new one, we are going down in size. However, you are getting a ton of benefits out of the new RedRock Pre-Runner front bumper. So first off, your stock front bumper is a standard width or a full width front bumper, so that's going to give you full front end protection. So as you can tell, side by side, you are downsizing, but you are getting a ton of benefits out of this RedRock Pre-Runner front bumper. So with your stock front bumper, it's a standard width or a full width front bumper, so you're getting that tire protection. And with this, you're not. However, you do have a lot more durable materials, as well as more clearance on the side for larger wheels and tires for that extra flex room and better approach angles off-road. So you definitely are getting some benefits out of the stubby aspect. So like I mentioned, this will be a more durable material made of 1/8 inch thick steel. It's going to have a black textured powder coat finish on it to resist any rust or corrosion on the metal. It's going to resist any surface damage, and it's really going to give you that aggressive look overall. So what I do really like about this and what gives it that aggressive look is the fact that it has a modular setup. On the topic of the overrider feature, you also do get some gussets on the side. That's going to help out with any additional styling, as well as some reinforcement if you do take a hit off-road. You also have some accessory light mounting tabs up top for any additional lighting, and you actually have a cutout here for a light bar if you do want to mount one up. So what I really don't like about this front bumper is that it doesn't have any additional lighting from the jump, but it does give you options and you can add on lighting down the road. And that's something that your stock bumper will give you, is that extra lighting on dark back roads or on dark trails. So you also have a couple of recovery points out of this. You have 2 welded D-ring mounts that's on the modular overrider feature. Those are going to be great for recovery, a lot better and a lot more efficient than your factory tow hooks, as well as a lot safer. And you also have a winch plate up top. So this is not a drop-in winch plate like some other options on the site. You do have to bolt up the Fairlead mount to the front. However, this is going to be able to hold a winch with a pulling capacity up to 12,000 pounds. So this is definitely a bonus and a standard feature that we like to see out of our aftermarket front bumpers. So enough about our stock bumper. Let's bolt this new one up. So before we go ahead and attach our bumper to our Wrangler, we do need to attach the bull bar first because this plate is going to sit over where we attach it to the frame horns. So you're gonna go ahead and grab the modular overrider feature, bull bar, or stinger, whatever you like to call it. And now we're going to attach it on the top here with our provided hardware. I'm actually gonna pull this off the table so I have access to the back here to get the nut and the lock washer and flat washer on. So you're going to insert the bolt in the flat washer, and then on the back you're going to insert the flat washer, lock washer, and then the nut. So we're gonna make sure that everything is loosely attached at this point. We don't wanna tighten anything down because we wanna be able to maneuver this. You can tell that this is not a perfect circle, and that just gives us a little bit of range of motion to attach everything and adjust everything how we want it. So I would like to mention that this will be the larger hardware in comparison to the other bolts. So you'll have 6 of these bolts and then 8 of the smaller bolts that we will attach to the frame horn. So now we just want to make sure everything's lined up, and then we can go ahead and tighten those down before we attach this. So since the Fairlead has the same hardware as our bull bar, we're going to go ahead and attach that as well. It's going to be on the outermost holes. So now we can do the same thing for the other side. So now I'm going to tighten everything down with a 18mm open-ended or box wrench and an 18mm socket. I'm just going to start with the Fairlead here. Now we can tighten down the bull bar hardware with the same 18mm wrench and 18mm socket. And you do want to make sure that your bull bar is lined up on the front where the D-ring mounts attach. So what I'm going to do is actually hold this up with my legs and put it on the frame horns because it does not come with any studs. And we do actually have to attach the hardware through the modular bull bar into the frame horn. So what you're going to do is take the smaller hardware and line that up. So we can do the same thing for the other side. Now we can go ahead and tighten everything up with a 16mm wrench and 16mm deep socket. Now we can do the same thing on the other side. If I didn't mention, we are going to be tightening this down with a 16mm open-ended or box wrench and a 16mm deep socket. So your last step is going to be to attach your D-rings. This will come with 3/4 inch D-rings, so you don't have to outsource, which is definitely a bonus. After that's attached, you're all set to go. So that's going to wrap it up for my review and install on the RedRock 4x4 HD pre-runner stubby front bumper fitting all 2018 JL Wranglers. For more videos like this, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.